Hello, dear viewers. Thank you so much for joining me today. Well, I have to read on some of the lovely headlines, some of the really terrific headlines. Hasn't it been great to see those? And great to see an administration that is taking the bull by the horns. Great to see Anthony Fauci smiling boyishly up there behind the podium and saying it is awfully nice to be told you can say what the science says. Just let it speak for itself. It's awfully nice to see that. It really is. And so I want to read on some of these things. Biden signed some executive orders today for economic relief, but I get this feeling, I wish I knew more. It's new, so there aren't a lot of stories on this. What is going to happen just because of executive order, and what does need negotiation with Congress? Let me ask that. How much of his agenda for economic relief, because he would like to get childcare subsidies to people, he would like to get, well, certainly unemployment extension, he would like to get, change the rules for unemployment so that people can receive unemployment, even if there is a job they could take, but, that would put them at risk because of their pre-existing conditions or put someone they care for at risk. He wants to be able to open up qualification for unemployment. So the money, $1,400 per person. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's probably going to happen. That's government working. That's Nancy Pelosi probably drawing it up. But then that's Kamala Harris too in the Senate. She's the deciding vote, right? When there's a tie, and there will be ties. And we have some confusion, though. We have some illusion that's peddled. Okay, well, there will be a lot of manipulation about that, We can't afford that. That's, we probably can afford it now that he rescinded those huge tax breaks, that tremendous gift to the wealthiest in this nation. Oh my gosh, the wealthiest corporations. And we probably can afford this now. But, we're going to hear some of that. We can't afford it. Some of that stuff. Okay. I think but I see it happening, the $1,400. Is he going to, he wants to give $3,000 per child. And that, that's a good idea. Because frankly, well, I have kids at home. You can't work as much when your kids are doing distance learning, and if you're lucky enough to work from home, still, they need a lot of help, And if you've had one of the parents who had to choose and, they just had to quit their job entirely to help their kids with distance learning. Wow. Or childcare because they're not in school, So there's so many, this pandemic has been very costly to people raising children. So let me see what kind of progress he makes on that. Well, that's held up a little. Ooh, there's a little, yeah. Okay, that one may be one for negotiation, huh? And there's, people having reasons why it shouldn't work. He's confined a bit. What about, yeah, he's looking off into the future. Okay, so I wouldn't bank on that one. There, I do think the stipend per child, yes, of course, like we've gotten before. Many people have gotten before if they met income guidelines and had a child at home. But that, I don't know about 3,000. But I do almost hear him saying we have to support that more in this nation. And maybe that is there. Oh my gosh, I still got the same cards. Isn't that funny? I was shuffling and shuffling, picked the same three. All right, so there's more in this. So in other words, he's more like, okay, this is a longer term goal. He's going to familiarize himself with the challenges. The U.S. gets so much less than other Western nations in the way of, we don't have paid preschool unless you have very low income. We don't, or your child needs special ed preschool. We don't have schooling that's paid until kindergarten, age 5. You know, no daycare. No, we don't have any help. No help with daycare. You know, and we don't even have paid maternity or paternity family leave. You know, when people have a child, all your boss has to do is give you 6 weeks unpaid, and they've met their obligation. And in certain cases, not even that. So, yeah, it's really not conducive to getting those children off on a very secure and rich kind of path, you know, intellectually rich kind of path. So I think he's going to do a lot of work. This is something that will be in process throughout his administration. I think he wants to change that. So, okay, he's not going to, or somebody's not accepting, or he's not liking the objections he hears to giving a goodly amount per child. But there's more. He's got more he's thinking needs to be done. Okay, well, that's good. Yeah, we see this again on the bottom right. He's constrained somehow. Okay, so that might take some negotiating, and the negotiating might not go so hot. All right, let's see. What about minimum wage? I think $15 an hour, but I think it's for, is it for all jobs or is it federal? Let's ask both. Okay, federal jobs, yes, I believe for sure. Right, let's ask for universally. But then again, you guys, I am aware that a lot of mom and pop businesses, you know, feel like that would be their ruin, you know. So if that is done, I feel like there has to be also some greater write-offs, you know, for those really small businesses. But anyway, let's see. We have the writing it out. We have the decision made. We have, yeah, he's going to get there. He is going to get there, I think. Well, did we ask about federal first? Decisions already made. Let's ask about universal, although I feel like that was for universal as well. I think he's going to get there. Let's see. Tower. It's going to be quite a tower. People are going to worry about this. There's going to be a lot of people expressing the very concern that I just expressed. Because this is a big deal. This is a big deal in the U.S. If minimum wage is, it's under 10. It's under 9. I don't know. I'm so sorry. But I know it's under 10. This is going to be something else. There's going to be a lot of objection, a lot of concern, a lot of debate. This flew out because what I hate is then seeing politicians stand up, lawmakers stand up and argue that this will crush business. But you know, the business they're talking about is not the small business. They're still, they're wanting to take care of the big guys, you know. So they're going to have to make sure that if they make some, like if tax deductible, you know, that much more of employees' wages tax deductible, or some other help for small businesses, that it goes to small businesses. Standing their ground. Biden's going to stand his ground with the universal $15 an hour. But there's, at first, he doesn't get it easy. The press. There is, oh wow. Well, this is really cool though, that it's going to be talked about and really investigated. That's what that Queen of Swords is. And I feel like that's Katie Porter or somebody, or quite a few lawmakers, you know, actually doing the math and saying this is possible. This is possible, and challenging the myths. Because I think there are a lot of myths about, you know, that will destroy, you know, business, that will destroy, challenging those things. Yeah, because, you know, when more money is in the hands of consumers, that's good for our economy. It's nice that we're getting a new beginning. I feel like this is a whole new beginning. He has a larger plan, Biden does. It's not just this piece and that piece. He does want to rework. He is thinking about FDR. He is thinking about the New Deal. He does want to rework, but he is willing to take time with it. So, but I think he's going to be in it for the larger prize. And there will be frustrations, of course. But very exciting debate and exciting movement forward. So I like that. Okay. Okay, economic policy for Biden in general. Is it helpful? How does it do? Let's see right now. All right, reason to celebrate. We like what we hear. The magician, he's manifesting something good. He always gets this magician, you guys. A lot of times he gets that magician. It's just like he feels like there's a spiritual mandate there. And the 10 of Wands. It is burdensome, though. There's a lot to do. There are a lot of departments that need to be, and policies that need to be reworked to actually get help to people who need it. So, and of course, healthcare. Yes, he wants public option, apparently. And oh man, I hope it's better than Obamacare. I mean, I know Obama, he got that and that was good. But you guys, still, the bills could be so high, still not affordable for many, many families. Yeah. So, it's good that it did cover a lot more children. It covered a lot more children with medical assistance, 100% medical assistance than we had covered before. Excellent. But yeah, let's see. What does his healthcare program look like? His healthcare reform look like? Victory. 2 of Swords. There's the 2 ideas. Still talked about then. Sure, he wants a public option, but Medicare for all is not dead. No, it's not. 2 of Wands. Wow. Oh boy, he doesn't get rest. It's not like Bernie and others just say, okay, all right, we'll go with that. We'll go something like the Affordable Care Act again. No, it remains viable, and he gains an openness to it. Wow. It would definitely be a new endeavor. There'd be a pilot program, I think, with that 2 of Wands. There'd be a pilot program. Let's see how it works. Let's study it out. Wow. Wow. But yeah, the constraint. We're still going to have the press beating that drum. Yeah, there's going to be blocks. It's going to be tough. It would be tough to get Medicare for all. This is what you guys, sometimes I need to share what my question was in my brain, because I don't always get clear about it with you, but I'm taking those cards to mean a response to, will there be Medicare for all? Because that's what I was thinking. And so I think it'll be a while. But the door is not closed and it doesn't go away. And we're still thinking about it. I know Biden had said he wants to make Medicare available to people at a younger age, maybe 60 instead of 65. Does he get that? And of course, Bernie, others would like it to be at 50. Well, there's a tower, there's people, there's a lot of resistance to that too. Maybe there's the beginning of a plan, a step in the right direction with this Page of Swords. Gosh, would he knock a year off of the eligibility or 2 years off the... Will he have to fight for every year? I don't know. Let's see. Oh, gosh. We have the 8 of Coins. There may be more help for employers to actually insure their workers without having to pay so much, or without the workers having to pay so much. Because right now, even if your employer does offer you insurance, nowadays in the US, that insurance isn't good. You know, it's a lot of times it's not very good. Sometimes it is, but a lot of times, you know, 3,000 deductible per person, and then co-pays and 80/20, and you're paying a good deal of the premium yourself anyway. Your place of employment may pay part of it, you pay part. So, and some jobs do have still good insurance, or, you know, you're not paying much of the premium. But I see more, he's going to try to shore up that employer's ability to provide that insurance without the employee having to pay so much. Okay, well, that's cool. I like that. I mean, you know, steps it looks like. 8 of Wands. You know, I just think I'm glad to see it still in the press and still in debate on the House and Senate floor, and still, you know, being pursued equally by a lot of lawmakers. I like to see that, because I do think the American people are going to have to get to a place where they're just not going to vote for anybody who doesn't say universal health care, you know, and I think the American people will get there. I do. So it's a process. But there again, it's a process, but maybe we have something to do with how quick of a process that is. Page of Coins. Yeah, a little bit of help. Maybe it is for employees to pay the premium, but either way, whether it goes through the employer or the employee, that's good. That's good. It looks like that'll probably happen. So, you know, we have progress, but Spirit is also saying, you know, there's been a lot of propaganda, I think, over the years, that, you know, we couldn't possibly have this or have that or have the other thing. And propaganda that we have to spend so much of our tax dollars on military, you know, having troops in foreign lands. But, you know, I always, you know, we do have a large military now, and we do have to take care of our soldiers. We do. Absolutely. But a lot of times I feel like a lot of the military spending doesn't go to that so much as interventions that have been questionable. Yeah, I wish that I could have more faith that they were always for the best reasons, but I just don't have that. We need to know more. We Americans that want to be informed, we need to know more. So anyway, well, let's ask about that. Will Biden, what's he going to do with military spending? And of course, it's not just him. He signs the laws. He gives the Senate and the House, he gives them feedback about what he'd like to see in there in order for him to sign. So he has a big voice in it, but he doesn't have, I mean, the Congress has a big voice in it too. So with military, he's going to be a lot more cautious. He's going to delay sending troops to this or that. So, okay. He's going to do a lot more watching and waiting, and interaction with the world. Right. 8 of Coins. He's learning. I feel like he's going to be cautious. I feel like he's not going to rush out ahead of his knowledge. So that's good. He's not just going to take somebody else's word for it either, that, hey, this needs to be done or that needs to be done. Will he take better care of our vets? Because I'm concerned, because under Trump's administration, the Veterans Administration actually got budget cuts, and the staffing got in that department. The administration of that department got cut. And will Biden take better care of the vets? 2 of Coins. Well, there's money to be managed. He's balancing it. He's balancing it. At least it's as important to him, you know? So that's good. I mean, it's an important issue. It's half the story for military spending, it looks like to me. So yeah, I think he will take that into account. And a lot of this is decisions he's going to make all by himself, you know? There may be some executive order attached to that. because, you know, he had a son in the military. He had Bo, who is now deceased in the military. He's had family. So he has some ideas about how we take care of our vets that he's not going to consult others about. He's just going to do it. So that's good. That's good. All right. Well, I just wanted to look at some of these promising projects, and it does look like there's forward movement on all fronts. Of course, not as speedy sometimes as we'd like, but man, it's just so refreshing to see the positives come in. You know, we who sat around 4 years waiting for something, forward progress in certain areas, and any little tiny bit of forward progress was good, you know, welcome, but it was so little and so scattered, and there was a lot of backward, you know, decompensation. So we will love the forward steps, and they may feel like big strides to us. But what I keep hearing is, it doesn't matter. Demand more. Demand more of our representatives. Demand more. Okay. All right. Well, I thank you all so very much. You take care. And I hope you feel hopeful and enjoy the good news when it comes. Bye-bye.